Okay, so applying some of this thinking to the way that I've taught you to play Autumn Leaves. So it starts out with A minor 7, D7, G major 7.
Yes.
What we play, the way I've taught you, is to play an A minor 7, that's fine, and then D9. Now the reason I say to play D9 is that it's a nice grabbable chord change. You can go from this to that very easily.
Yeah.
So when I do this, what I'm doing is I'm moving from chord 2, which is a minor 7 type chord, to I'm playing D9. Well, the 9 just tells me it's another note added in. I'm still playing a dominant family chord,
yes,
but I'm adding in a 9th.
Right.
Now I'm moving to my 1 chord, which is a major 7 type chord.
Right.
I don't have to move to a major 7. I could play that nice major 9 that I was talking about earlier. It's a little bit, I'm not quite sure that works with the tune, but you can certainly do it during the improv segment. It's a nice variation on this. Or you could play a major 6. But what I generally provide is it's really 3 pages of chords. There's not that many of them to know, because there are loads of chord shapes you can play. But you'll find when you actually watch jazzers, a lot of the time they're using bog standard chord shapes.
Right.
And I think that it's good to know every variation of chord, but it's much more useful to have a really useful batch of chords that you know are going to work in most contexts, that will form a nice accompaniment if you're going to sing or if there's someone else playing with you. You know, that's what really helps, is to have a batch of chords that is actually useful.
Yeah.
Because you can spend your lifetime learning millions of chord shapes and never really applying them in a musical way. It's much better to have a small vocabulary.
Yes, I can see that.
That you can apply readily.
Yeah.
So don't worry so much about where they all come from.
No.
It's important to understand this idea of families, because then you can understand how you can play a 9 instead of a 7, because A, it's more grabbable, B, it sounds nicer. That's a bit trad dad, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, it's fine, but it's a bit more jazzy, and certainly as you've got an interest in Brazilian music, I mean, that's really rich harmony. Yeah, you probably added other bits in. So that's where that's coming from. It's the fact that it's in the same family. So when you see in Autumn Leaves A minor 7, D7, G major 7, you don't have to do this. You tell that it's jazz. You can play, I'm going to play A minor 11 and then D13 and then D major 6 add 9.
Yes.
Yep. And I can do that because all of the chords are still working, because I'm still playing the chords from the same family that's written. And that's all you need to do. When I move to the 251 in E minor, it says to play F minor 7 flat 5, which I'm doing. It's the half diminished. And then the B7, well, I'm going to go for, it's a minor key, so I can play some altered dominant here. It's still a dominant chord, but I've added alteration. And then I'm going to go to E minor 9. It's still a minor type chord, it's a minor family. But instead of playing that, I have a choice. I can go to there, which is very grammable, or I can do this. There you get a nice, sort of noticed a nice combo.
Yeah.
So I've
Yes.
created a melody on top there.
Yes.